What's up, everybody? It's me and Coach Reza from energycultivation.com. So we got a brand new video for you. It's going to be Yin cultivation. How to cultivate your Yin energy, your cool Yin, Qi or Gong, or however you want to describe that. This is going to be the balancing to your Yang. This is going to be what keeps you in check, what helps your body stay young, fight off radicals, how to, create new cells when it needs to and get rid of old ones, to make sure the water gets distributed in your body properly. All these things are important. There's all the Yin aspects, the water aspects of your body. Very important stuff to keep you young and healthy and to help you sustain a lot of Yang energy, because we already give ourselves way too many stimulants on a daily basis in many different ways. I know, for example, I like to drink coffee, and I don't know, what do you do that's too much stimulant, Reza, that you can give an example of?
I eat sugar.
Yeah, something.
Often.
Sugar often? Like ice cream or something?
Ice cream, yeah.
Yeah, that'll get you. That's not good either. It's as bad as coffee. It's a stimulant. I know people out there like to smoke. So smoking cigarettes is a stimulant, Alcohol is also a form of stimulant, whether people want to accept that or not. It taxes your body and it changes the water balance in your body, and your water balance is closely also related to your blood in your body, and your energies come very closely related to that. So if you notice, if you're the type of person who gets tired or can't function without coffee in the morning, that's got to give you a sign of how much you're overstimulating yourself and how much you're depending on stimulants to survive. So that's not natural. So we want to bring you back to the natural way of being, so that your body can actually take care of itself the way it needs to. And that's what these Yin exercises are going to do for you if you practice them every day. If you do them before you exercise, you'll be able to get a lot more out of your workouts, and you'll be able to do a lot more harder workouts without suffering the consequences. Those of you who have to stay up late, who don't get enough sleep, who do eat these things, who do feel the effects starting to come on, it's not too late for you to reverse the effects. You need to start exercising. And those of you who think you're invincible, who go on forever, and you don't need stuff like this, or this is silly, sitting on the floor doing stretches of certain sorts that we're going to show you, it's just as important as doing anything that's hard or any of these other internal exercises. It might not seem like it, but the higher level you get of understanding, you'll see that this is actually really high level stuff, and it's really important. Just to get more scientifical, I'll give you an example. Sorry, I don't mean to push Reza out of the way here, but on this poster there's these Yin channels on the inside of the body here, okay? And some of you are wondering, what are these meridians? Okay, you can come back in. It also runs mainly on the inside of your legs. We're going to stretch a lot of these. We're going to stretch a lot. This is on the back of the body. You see there's meridians here on the legs too. They get stretched. You're wondering what these are. And just to give you a rough example, what we're really going to be working is your bladder channel runs up the back of your body. Your gallbladder and bladder run up the back. And they have a lot to do with getting rid of toxins through the water in your body. So a lot of these exercises we're going to do will require stretching of these meridians, and they start all the way from your feet and go all the way to your head, to your face, okay? And we don't tend to stretch those enough, in normal life. And then on top of that, we also have, on the front where we're going to be working, we have our liver channel and our spleen channel, actually runs, if you're stretching our legs, if the legs are healthy, so will the upper body be strong, because you'll see that these meridians that are starting in the legs over here, they actually come up and run along all the way to your rib cage and up to your chest. They come all the way, they run across your lower abdomen, your stomach, and they come all the way up to your chest over here. So you can see how that even affects your breathing, because your respiratory tract is that high. And these channels, again, have to do with your spleen is like the water pump. Your lungs distribute the water, but and your kidneys can store them and deal with them and deal with your temperature, but your spleen is the pump. So if you're stretching your spleen is not congested with phlegm and gets the chi moving well, because phlegm obviously comes from stimulants, sugar and coffee, built up and stagnates. We'll get that kind of stuff out of our body, and then our bladder and gallbladder can get rid of that, and then this prevents hundreds of diseases from occurring. So, and it keeps the water balance, and the water balance, and that means the fire, the yang can be cool. The yang energy is on the outside. Okay, so really, the bladder meridian you see here that comes around the head, these are, and also the small intestine, and what the Chinese call the triple warmer, and the large intestine, these are all yang organs. They get rid of toxins, bile and liquid and solid form. And this is all on the back side. And this is connected to also your immune system, your Wei Qi, or your Wei Qi, or whatever you want to call that. That's when you exhale, it goes from your bone marrow all the way out to your skin and your hairs, and it comes out. And it actually comes out on these channels. So that's what's expanding out, and this yang energy comes off of you, expanding yang heat energy out of these channels. And the cool energy that comes into your body that's nourishing and has to do with water, not the fire, and the contracting, the pulling inward, is on the front, the psychic channels that come in, and that's the heart meridian, the heart governing channel, or the pericardium, and your lungs, and they come in. That also connects with your spleen, and part. I mean, your liver is technically considered part of the yang and yin, but it depends on what school you go to, because you also have stomach and gallbladder that can meet on the front, depending on whether you're studying Chinese or Korean. They have a little bit different placings on these things. So, everyone has a little different. I'm not trying to get too technical, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of the inside versus the out. It does make a difference, and it does matter as far as energy cultivation goes, because those of you who are familiar with bone breathing, you know that how energy works, to the extent when you inhale and when you exhale, how that affects your chi and your gong also. And at that point, the channels do matter and how these things get affected. So you can test it for yourself. You can breathe in and you can feel inhale coming in on these yin channels. You can see them coming up your spleen, and your kidney channels, okay, and feel this cool energy, okay, in your lung channels and whatnot. And then when you exhale, you can feel these yang channels radiating outward. So the stretches and exercises we're going to do are going to help you really balance that, because most things we do don't exercises. Actually, most people don't stretch enough. And basically what we're going to do is stretching, but it's not really going to be stretching. It's not. Everyone knows how to stretch, but even in the stretching, your typical stretching that people do. Come over here. He'll tell you. He's a basketball coach firsthand, okay? He teaches kids all the time. You have to stretch for basketball, right? Right. But wouldn't you now, what you've learned with energy cultivation, I'm not crazy, right? When I say that the kind of stretching that kids are normally doing are yang and out.
Yes, by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's extreme, actually. It's
extreme. So, isn't what we're going to show them way different than what you would think of stretching?
Yeah, it's completely different.
Right.
What it does is amazing. It's nothing like ordinary stretches that I'm used to or that I've learned throughout my life.
Yeah, they're definitely different. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. I suggest everybody practice it daily. I've used it myself a lot and gotten good results. As a kid, I did it a lot, and then I kind of wrote off that health for a long time, And now I'm getting older, whether it looks like it or not. The fact is, I need to do it way more than I'm doing, and I regret not doing it my whole life, every day. I mean, this is something you guys, if you care about your bodies and yourself, you should do every day, and you should try to start taking serious charge of yourself, of trying to getting rid of doing stimulants. Get stimulants out of your life. You don't need them. Exercise is all the stimulants you need. Love and exercise and food are all the stimulants you need. Okay, but when I say food, I mean like healthy food too. Okay. They stimulate you all you need. You don't need literally caffeine, alcohol, and sugar, and tobacco, and stuff like that to keep you going. That's just an illusion, everyone. That you'll feel that burns up your yin energy. That burns up your water. Tell them what burning up your water feels like.
Dry, heat. It's like this emptiness that, I don't know, I can't it's hard to explain because, you know, it feels like you're missing something.
Agitation.
Yeah, you get nervous easily. It's quick to be agitated, and you know,
Insomnia, hard to sleep at night.
right.
Don't want to sleep at night, or when you do, it's discomforting.
And even aggression.
Aggression, abdominal discomfort, even.
Right. Discomfort's
hard to
everywhere.
breathe, right? Sometimes take a deep breath. It's hard to take a deep breath sometimes. Hard to focus, right? All these things, right?
Yeah, I've noticed all that.
Like a heat coming out of your mouth, even.
Right.
Right? All these things, right? Lower back feeling weak. Hard to ground and root, feeling like you can't plant your feet firmly. You always want to be on your tippy toes. Right? These are all symptoms of showing that your body is getting stimulated too much and that you're, you know, not comfortable in your own skin. And it's okay to admit that to yourself and to do what might seem silly and do these old Taoist gymnastics, you know? That's what you could call them yin. It's really Taoist gymnastics, but it's cultivating yin energy, so that's what we're going to teach you today. Alright, thank you for joining us, and hope you enjoy the exercises. Hope you do it every day. Hope you feel the benefits. Oh, before we run, you've been doing it for some time. What have you noticed? What's different about yourself?
Well, I guess I had a lot more energy throughout the day. I've been able to do stretches that I've never been able to do because of this, and it seemed to have opened up a lot of my channels, and even like internal organs have been functioning a lot better than before.
Good.
So it's not only like physical on the outside where my muscles and ligaments and tendons get stronger, but
you feel also your tendons getting stronger, right?
Yes, I do.
And your bones.
That's and bones actually as well. But
yeah.
the most amazing part is my organs and everything.
The organs get revitalized there because you have yin organs inside the body, right? I mean, you can't probably see in this picture or this picture, so don't worry about it. You can come right there.
All right.
But you know, actually, you know, he's got his lungs and heart up here, and his liver and his spleen, and you know, the large intestine. Okay, and of course the stomach's there too, whatever. And I'll come in here, but what you have is you have your yin organs pretty much in these yang organs. I mean, they're, you know, it's more or less, right? And what's happening is that the yin organs have this water. They need water, and water needs to be clean, and there needs to be plenty of it. And when you get heat, then it starts getting obstructed. The water gets like muddy. You know what I'm saying? It gets like dirty. It gets phlegmy. It gets pasty. It gets thick. And when that happens, then there's not enough cooling mechanism, and then, you know, what happens is that the heat in your body starts crowding out the cool because there's not enough cool to control the heat. And, you know, you can even feel that as like your bones are steaming, you know what I'm saying? That's what Chinese have coined as, you know, steaming bone syndrome. So, excessive heat. This is yin deficiency. So, whether you think you have yin deficiency or not, I have a strong belief that everyone is yin deficient. Okay? So, I believe everybody is yin deficient. I believe everybody's yin deficient since the day they hit puberty. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but that might be extreme on my point, but, you know, that's my belief. And, you know, and I think if you do these exercises every day and you have a good diet and you avoid stimulants, you know, your body should last you forever. Amen.